This show is an opinion-based show. The opinions expressed here of the person who expressed them and not a reflection of how League Gaming or its staff speaks or thinks. This show is for mature audiences.
You know what? Fuck that. You guys get so butthurt about this show and our opinions. I don't even know why I bother putting a disclaimer. You pulled the mercy card once, just contact him when you get butthurt, cause it's coming.
Are you still here? The other mic was never working.
Ow.
That's what happens when the one twin tries to eat the other.
Burying them in KFC and Cheetos.
Throwing them on the floor? Hi!
That's entertainment, but nobody wants to see your balls.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the final season of the LG Doghouse. I'm your host, Sir Mike Knight. With me is Roland J. And I, Corey Koshiomi.
Thanks.
Goalie extraordinaire. To answer your question, it's not that no one in LG can help, Hobo. It's that nobody in LG will help.
Low attention span.
Well, it's really because most of the editors are working on a couple shows. There's a little spoiler alert, and I apologize if I'm stepping on toes here, Roland. Most of the editors are working on a couple of shows that PVM is working to bring out here in hopefully the next couple weeks. So here's another PVM plug. Oh, and on location we have Waxy Bono coming in. Filming on location. Hey, how's the penis enlarging surgery going? Waxy. Waxy. I don't even think you can hear us.
He's so focused.
And there he goes. All right. Anyway, wagon. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be plugging PVM the entire time we are here.
That's right.
Every time we're live, we're going to be plugging PVM because PVM will be media for LG someday. All of LG.
Completely.
Yeah. And it's such a great idea that I really love the idea that Jet and Roland came up with, that I'm going to plug it every single chance I get. I am going to be full-time with them next season. Working on a few different things. I might even do some write-ups, which I've had ideas for write-ups before, but I prefer to do the video-based stuff.
The only time I've done write-ups is goalie stuff.
Yeah,
so
right.
I focus at.
So here we go. Let's get right into it. So this week has probably been the worst week as far as what we are dubbing getting bitten by the call-up bug. Roland.
You know, every season, CHL owners like us, we know that we're going to get the call-up bug. The difference is when a guy from the higher levels comes to you as a man or an individual or a person, a human fucking being, and they go, "Hey, this week we're going to call so-and-so up. Make sure you make a plan." And you go, "All right, cool, man. You know, congratulations to so-and-so. Hopefully he plays well for you guys. Blah, blah, blah. But thank you for letting me know." Oh, baby, the thing's not charged.
You know, and there are a few AHL owners that will do that. I know actually Golden Aces told Waxy that he was going to be calling somebody up a week in advance. And you know, that doesn't always happen, and to me it's fine if it doesn't. I would just prefer the call up happen Thursday or Friday or even Saturday. A lot of these AHL owners, they'll go, "Ha, Sunday 5 o'clock, call them up." Like,
and that sucks. And that sucks. And then, you know, the worst thing about it too, and you guys in the higher leagues understand that if you're not going to make it to a playoff position, or you're not in a real opportunity of coming in and helping somebody or helping your team to make that push, what's the point? What's the point? What you're doing is, if somebody's having an amazing season and you call them up to be put on a team that's not doing that great and they're not going to do anything for the rest of the season, what you've done there is you've literally shot them in the face and made them not want to come back and do this. There's quite a few people in this league who have been called up. They go up to the bigger leagues. They get shit around because they go on a terrible team, and then they don't want to go back up anymore. And you see it all the time. The AHL, NHL guys, they ask to be sent down. Can you send me down? What's the number one excuse that's used? The time. I can't make that time.
Yeah.
I love you. I can't make that time. That time is too bad for me. I got a new job and I can only play 3 games and they all have to be Sunday or whatever. But the thing is, the league is set for you to bring your guy, develop a guy, bring him up through the leagues properly, put him on a chance to succeed. Don't bring him in there and just say, hey, we're going to give you your experience here, but we're going to watch you go 0-7.
Yeah.
Or we're going to watch you go 1-8. Or we're going to watch you lose every single game and have a 15 minus, whatever. You've literally killed that person's opportunity to actually enjoy what they've been doing. What's the point of getting called up? What's the point of showcasing your skills if you're just going to get put on some kind of shit team 4, 5, 6 weeks into the season? You have no opportunity to do nothing. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I've seen a couple though that also they'll play on a first line for the CHL. They'll be really good. They'll be staying in their rhythm, and then they get called up and then they get sacked. But because they're up there, they can't come down here and play. So they're up there and they're just stuck sitting. They go from 3, 4 games, whatever, down to 1 maybe a week. And
I understand the frustration. As an owner, I understand the frustration. I have not been hit too hard with the call-up bug. I think we had one person last season, Corey, right? Tets get called up.
We had Tets. I had to go up a little bit sometimes. That messed up a few games when I had to play for Charlotte.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I completely disagree with your mindset on it. The league you're supposed to move up. That's the whole point of the league. I mean, I get it. You want those great players in the CHL who are going to help carry your team, but no.
Well, why
I'm
move
sorry.
up?
I'm sorry. No, you're not going to convince me that the Bruins. Let's just use the Bruins, even though they are in a playoff race. Let's just use the Bruins. The Bruins aren't in a playoff spot. They get injuries coming up, right? 3 guys go down like that. You got to fill that spot. You're going to tell me that the Providence Bruins are going to say, no, fuck you. I'm not going up. I can't make those times. No, dude. No. The call-ups are going to happen regardless. They need to happen regardless. Getting your foot in the door as far as the AHL goes has to happen. I get it. As an owner, I would hate to have all my guys get called up and 4 or 5 of my guys get called up. It would frustrate me just like it's frustrating you, Roland. I get it. I do. However, that's the way this league is run. That's the way this league is designed, and that's what you get for being a CHL owner. I'm sorry. That's just how it's always been. My issue is that when you get a guy called up, you get nothing in return. What I would like to see is, instead of randomizing the send downs, a swap. So you get a guy that gets called up to the AHL, that guy automatically comes down to your team that got sent down from them unless he gets claimed. Then that
way no one is sitting and waiting to play. If you get swapped, he's now going to go to you and play.
Exactly. That's what I would like to see happen. It's not going to happen, but that's what I would like to see happen, is if you get a guy called up, whoever they sent down, as long as he clears waivers, should come to you.
Yes.
Immediately. If he doesn't clear waivers, then you get nobody in return, and that's whatever.
Because if somebody gets called up, then either the guy that the person is replacing no longer gets to play, basically. He's just going to sit there now instead of coming down here and maybe still playing. or the guy that gets called up is maybe plays a game, doesn't play anymore. Stuff like that's going to happen, and it's like, again, I get where you're coming from. Where it's like, yeah, it's good for you to get called up, but when you're kind of screwing somebody or screwing a team without any type of reward for it, it's really frustrating.
I get that. I do.
Yeah.
But that's just the way that the CHL is
Yeah.
designed, and that's just the way that it has always been. If you want that type of experience, go to the AHL. One of my favorite times managing was in the AHL. We did I got absolutely shit on just about all season. Snuck into a playoff spot and lost first round. But the point is that you have that relationship with your owner in the NHL, and they will go, hey, we got to call this guy up, but we're sending this guy down. He's actually pretty decent. He might do well in the AHL. Cool.
Don't shove a thumb in my ass and tell me that. The reason son of a bitch is getting sent down because he ain't gonna make it. So you, as an owner in the AHL, is set up to develop players and bring them up. You think somebody's got flashy thumbs and they're going to make it in this side and that side? Fine. Tell them next season, or even at the beginning of the season, hey, we're going to give you an opportunity. Let's do this. Don't put them on a fucking team that's 1 in 500 and say, hey, we're giving you your fucking opportunity. You go out there and you do your thing. But then whenever you lose 15, 20 games in a row, it's not my fault. You just can't play this game good. You're not as good as you thought you were. I literally heard an owner tell a guy that you're nowhere near as good as you thought you were.
That's just
absolutely.
I mean, we're talking about freaking apples and oranges here. That's two completely different. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm talking
the whole
about
thing with the call up.
I'm not talking about bad owners calling people up. I'm talking about call ups in general.
The whole thing with the call ups there, it should be done during a certain time. There should be some kind of communication, not just taking it in. I don't care what anybody says. There should be some form of communication. That's a standard. Let me tell you how to get away with it. Let me tell you what I did to another owner 2 weeks ago. The guy literally sent me a message and said, hey, I need to call this guy up. I put all my games in normally Friday, Saturday night because my guys know what they're doing. If you leave a guy in for the week, the algorithm will not allow the AHL or the NHL team to call them up. You want to start fucking those teams up like that? Go ahead and set your lines for the entire week and tell them no. There's nothing they can do about that. They literally sent me a message and said, hey, can you remove this guy so we can call him up? And I laughed. And I waited until after 7 o'clock. And then I go on my phone and I go, oh, dude, I am so sorry. I just now saw this. Can I send him down now or can I take him up? Well, no, it's too late now. We'll call him up next week. Okay. They didn't call him up anymore, and they haven't. But the one time after everything that was going on with me this weekend, I didn't set my stuff first. I got hit with it. That's one of the reasons why I haven't got hit with it this season, is because I literally put my games in. The minute those games are done, Wednesday, Thursday, I have my entire lineup for the next week. And I sit here and I look at these messages and they go, hey, I want to call so-and-so up. Tough shit. Tough shit.
Do some type of, there's a trade deadline. Do some
Here you
type
go.
of
Rolling
deadline.
cheap to win. Here we go.
Roland never wins. That's the problem. Roland never wins.
Let's move on.
ONG
Let's talk about an issue that has been brought up a couple times, but we haven't talked about it yet. Second tags on TC or second tags who are bad at the game with proof not getting removed. We are so getting removed, dude. Like this is probably our last episode ever because of this topic right here. Go ahead.
This is gonna get killed in the sleep.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this shit. I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't know what you guys are doing. You guys have all the proof that you need. You know that there's extra second tags on people's TCs. What are we doing? If you're not going to get them, you're not going to get rid of them, and you're not going to let us trade, you know what you're doing to me? You're basically fucking me from being in the snake pattern and getting two players who are active that I can use. Because if I go through and I use somebody that's a second tag and you know it and they know it, what happens? The game gets overturned, I get a suspension or whatever the fuck. Remove them. I don't understand what you guys are doing. It makes no sense.
You think it's a pride thing? Well,
I
they
don't know
know, and they know they're in the wrong, but they're like, nah, fuck that. Like, we know better. Like, they got that type of mentality or something.
What's the rules? You find a second tag, what do you do with it?
You should remove it. Like, it's the fact
Absolutely.
that they're still here with proof. It's like,
Not only do you remove the tag, you remove the second tag and the individual
oh
who
yeah,
is the primary.
you remove both.
So
yeah.
you see two people leave at the same time for a capital ban. Why? Why are they not? I don't understand this.
Someone's getting paid under the table.
Well, no, somebody else brought this up to me the other day. What if it comes down with somebody is a buddy of somebody else, and this is like you said, it's a friend type thing. I don't think it's a monetary type issue, but it could be a buddy of a buddy. And it really upsets me because both of these guys have been asked about from the same fucking team. And I have sent messages into them and said, hey, this is what you guys wanted me to tell you, what you wanted me to show you. There it is. And it's like, well, I've already asked so-and-so and it's their call.
I mean, I guess
Make the
this can roll,
fucking call.
I guess this can just roll right into the third topic, and Boggs falling asleep.
Yeah.
I mean, where the hell are you?
What's going on this season? I mean, I know we lost Wagon. I know we lost Ace. Who else did we lose?
It was do shit. Get out of here.
still though, he was active in the chats. That's the thing. Active. Dauntless is always active. Wizza is always active. You see flyers every now and again. John, where are you at? I've only seen you here and there. I don't know what's going on. I know life is going on, but I mean, you guys got to sit here and start doing some more information or something with us. The CHL chats, the management chats, and this is the biggest stupidity shit I've ever seen in my life. If you're going to go into the Ask the Commissioners chat, and these guys have told you over and over and over that the Boggs cannot be tagged in there, stop fucking tagging them in the goddamn chat. You want to tag a Bogg? You don't tag them. You PM them. Literally, that's the only way you can get them to do anything right now. And I just don't understand it. I mean, are we that short of Boggs? Fuck, I'll be a Bogg.
You say,
Corey, Mike's a Bogg.
Yeah, I'll be a Bogg. Yeah,
I was
let's
a
do
Bogg,
it.
dude. I already did that. Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt. I'm done. No, I literally got a T-shirt for it.
Legitimately?
It makes no
sense. I wear it every once in a while.
It makes no sense to me that you guys have a job to sit back here and do and police what's going on. You guys want to be so PC about every fucking little thing that's out there, but whenever a rule is broken that is not a rule that you guys really want to deal with at that time, it's basically thrown off to the side. Why? It doesn't make any sense. And then, you know, for me, and I've talked, there's like 4 or 5 owners who have come to me and told me that they have proof, have shown me proof of all this extra shit that they have sent to people, including the higher ups, and nothing has been done. It's crazy. I think a lot of it has to do with the second tags that are from the NHL that are some high names, like some really freaking high names. I don't think they want to remove them due to the fact you lose those kind of guys right there. There's a chance that you lose the rest of them. But you guys got to realize, man, when you see somebody who is 200-0 in the NHL, and then they come to the CHL, and all of a sudden they have a 24-0 season with 105 points, does that make you think something?
Yeah, that's probably what it is. How like is in real life sometimes. That if you're well known enough, your name is out there, you're gonna get away with shit. Just because it's like, well, we can't get rid of that guy because
shit.
You know what I mean.
You know what? You know what's funny? Go look in the chat right now, and Hambino is right. Hambino's not me hundreds of questions. They literally come to me and say, "Hey, you're faster than the Bogg. You may not be able to do what the Bogg can do on the action centers." But you literally,
I get questions too, dude.
You know what's crazy? There's a reason why I created the help desk, and it's not because I just wanted to do the shit for fun. I got tired of damn finding questions and trying to figure out my own shit. That I added a bunch of people in there who knew what the hell they were talking about, and the next thing you know, you've got 30, 40 people in a help desk chat helping each other. That's what the league's supposed to be about. You guys don't have the time to do this, or you don't want to to do this, then start appointing people. Find better people. Find people with more time. Shit, if I have to go outside and break my leg just so I can sit around here and play Xbox and be a bog all day long to get something done, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. So next show, I'll jump off my porch and try to break a leg.
And next show, we will be advertising Aflac.
Is there really accountability with the Bogs when it comes down to it? Like, is there really?
Wagon, are you still in here? Is there really accountability for Bogs?
I mean, McDonald is really the highest form there that people go through, but no, there's not much accountability. I mean, you'll get McDonald going in and saying, "Hey, why isn't this getting done? Hey, we heard this. What happened?" Stuff like that. But Zeno's really supposed to be the one managing, and he's been burnt out for the last 5, 6, 10 seasons.
Then it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, buddy.
He's worried. He's worried that if he moves on, that the CHL is going to go to shit.
Has it not for fucking 10 seasons? I mean, what?
How much worse can we get?
Hey, add CJ to this call, please.
I can't.
Oh, man.
Somebody else is going to have to.
Because
Because I'd have to minimize everything on my end.
All right.
That just doesn't make for good TV.
It might. See his search history, man.
Why can't I add him?
Are you not friends with him?
Friends with him. Talking to him right now.
So click on the little button above us that says that has a little person and a plus.
Yeah.
Discord tutorial 101.
But yeah, no, I mean, this has been an ongoing issue, and I think the biggest issue is that these people that are trying to become Bogs, they end up not having the time to do what needs to be done. And sorry, I was reading what Corey said. See, there's CJ. What's up, man?
Hello.
You wanted to talk about this?
Okay. So,
Wayne.
basically, there is a small amount of accountability with the Bogs. It more or less has to do with the league directors now than Zeno. The league directors report to Zeno. Zeno reports to Brody accordingly.
Yeah, see, it wasn't like that when I was a Bog. There was no league director.
Right, so that was... The point of that was, and this is from Tackle's mouth
I cheated
specifically, and
everything.
I doubt I'm not saying any. I doubt I'm saying something I'm not supposed to. But Tackle told me the idea was to take some pressure off of Zeno because he had been around for years.
No, I mean the idea is that there's some accountability because Zeno doesn't do shit anyway.
No comment. Not gonna say anything.
No, I'll
No
make a
comment.
I
No
don't
comment.
Give shit. I'm not. I don't give a crap, dude.
Mike's on the way out. Fuck these people.
I'm not on the way out of LG. I'm on the way out of this show.
It's not even that anymore, man. The whole thing here, man, is a bunch of just nobody's doing what they really need to do, and if they do something, there's little to no explanation of why it's happening.
But this was one of the reasons that I left. Over the last 2 seasons, there were 3 people that did anything. 2 seasons ago, we had 15 Bogs. Last season, we had 12. No offense to Golden Aces. Golden Aces did not touch the Action Center in 2 seasons. None. Not once. He had personal stuff going on in his life. He should have left after the first season. They should have just let him go and got somebody for the fall season, rather than waited until after the fall season is over, trying to get somebody in the winter.
I was completely different. The first season, I was very active, and then I had a bunch of personal shit come up in the second season. I actually ended up having to stop the doghouse midway through the season because I ended up hospitalized. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. No, you're right. I mean, there tends to be 2 to 3 people who do anything, and we see that. I mean, Bogs don't see that we see that, but we see it down here. There's a reason why I messaged you about everything last season, CJ.
I'm still getting messages. I still have half of the owners showing up in my Discord going, "Hey, can I ask you a question on how to do this, how to do that?" I have a question. Is this enough proof? Is this enough proof? Whatever it may be. And I don't care. Look, I'm going to help guys out. There's a possibility that I go back to staff in the near future. I don't know. There's
proof fucking sucks now because real proof isn't real proof anymore.
Well, that's the thing. And I found that, how do I put this? I found that they were weird about what was proof and what wasn't proof when we moved into 19. So we had differences in what we were allowed to take and what we weren't allowed to take. And it was getting confusing to the point where I was like, well, what is good? What isn't good? I don't want to. I did the action center for the most part for the OHL my second season because Tackle trusted me. He said, hey, do what you got to do. If you need anything, message me, because I was going to do my job. So that's the thing. And that's why, you know, the main reason why I left was because we had so many people not doing anything.
Do you guys do a vote system? Do you guys do a vote system, or do you guys do an actual vote system?
It depends on the situation. We used to. I don't know about recently. We used to do a vote system, but it depended on the situation. Like, interpretation of the rules is sometimes it's not all black and white, right? So it all comes down to interpretation of the rules. And that's one of the reasons why Mercy left.
Yep.
Is because he viewed everything black and white. I'm sorry. I get that this, Mercy would go, I get that this sounds fishy and it sounds like it's against the rules, but show me in the rule book where it says this is against the rules. We can't.
Well, I used to do the same thing.
Right. So, like, that's why a lot of bogs end up leaving, is because we'll make rules up halfway through the season because things don't sound right. Like Goalie Gate, for instance. Goalie Gate was a big one. There was no rules against signing up as a goalie and playing a forward position when Flint had freaking 8
that sounds
goalies
messed up.
on their freaking roster. This is before you, Roland. Relax.
No, I was on that team.
Yeah.
Wasn't I?
I believe
that was the team. Yeah, that was the team that I was on.
Mercy was on that team.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, me and Mercy were on that team.
It was Eggs. It was Casey.
And then he got bought.
Yep.
He got bought the next season.
Yeah.
But
that's how I got Flint. That's how I got Flint was Eggs.
I remember that because I saw that and I was like, "We've got a lot of goalies on this team. What the fuck's happening?
Why are there so many? I don't understand.
There's so many of us."
Yeah, it's like a situation that I'll give. 2 nights ago, the AHL was playing a makeup game because of the whole EA servers crashing on Monday, and it was Golden Aces, who was a bog last season. Basically, the team he was playing against, their guy lagged out in between periods. It was between the second and the third or whatever, and then they didn't realize till about 3 or 4 minutes into the period. The goalie then quits out at that point. The AHL bogs get tagged. Nobody answers. I pop in and I say, hey, listen, you're not allowed to play an entire period with a CPU. Therefore, the period gets restarted and there's only 1 penalty, not 2. Finally, Zero Crash, who was the only one that was answering, happened to be playing in the game. He's like, I can't answer this question. So they started the game, and then an AHL bog shows up and answers the question with the correct answer that I gave. But Golden Aces was a bog last season. Why did he not know that rule? That rule is in the rule book. It says you cannot have a CPU play an entire period. And my point is why was that not known? Like, that's my point, is he didn't know the rule book. And that hasn't changed. And that's the problem with a lot of the bogs, is that they get the pink name and they don't think they have to do anything anymore.
Yeah.
And then you end up with
you have to do more. That's the problem. You have more. You want to move up to a higher level, you have to do fucking more, man.
That was my thing. That I know all the rules, and I'm helping guys.
Yeah. The thing with ownership as well.
Bogs have been dropping like flies. To be fair, Flyers are doing NHL work, AHL work, and CHL work. Who else is it? And then Ristolainen is doing AHL work too, because Winston had to step away. He's got stuff going on in his life. So the NHL lost one of their 2 bogs that basically has been around forever. And then the AHL lost and then they lost Taco as well, who did NHL and AHL stuff. So now Flyers is working with Shorty, doing some stuff for the AHL, and on top of it having to fill his CHL duties. You have Tackle, who's got stuff going on in his life that I know about.
Here's my suggestion. You guys need to sit down. Okay? You all need to sit down, and you need to go, okay, who's available tonight for games? Right?
Well,
Who's
we used to do
Who does
that.
not play tonight? Who doesn't play tonight? Okay, you are going to answer questions when they come up in Discord.
But
Yep.
that's the thing is that in the summer, so in season, what was that, 30, I think it was the summer season, we did that. It was, hey, I have 2 games tonight. I'm available, and I was in the AHL at the time. I played 9:30, 10:30, so I can be around for the early game if somebody can be around for the late 2. Okay, cool. Tackle and Warrior were around for the second 2. Okay, good. We're done for the night. Everybody else can take the night off.
I have a question. Being the outman, being out a little bit. Is there when you become a bog? Is there like a type of interview, or is there anything like that?
There is a full-blown
There is?
Full-blown
interview.
interview. They
It's
bring
about-
you into a party. It's with Zeno and a couple more people.
So now
who
it's the
will sit
league
there-
directors.
who will sit there and talk to you and ask you questions, give you hypothetical situations that have
Okay,
come up
okay.
before,
That was
and-
the big thing I was
yeah.
curious about. Is
Yeah,
if they
it's
had
not just
some type of.
it's not like the owner's test where you just take a 10-question open book
Okay.
quiz. No,
No,
but the
they'll
real
go,
thing about
they'll go,
the real
okay,
thing
you get invited to this party by so-and-so, owner of such and such, and their GM and AGM is in there, and they're bitching as soon as you start. What do? What do you think you do, Corey?
What do I think I do?
Yeah.
I
What would
you
you
try
do
to-
in that
You
situation?
try to calm it down first, right?
No.
No.
No,
get
You
not
the
at all.
invite
fuck out.
another bog.
Oh, you get it out. Oh shit.
Oh no, you're supposed to get out, and you're only supposed to have the GM. I'm sorry, was this the whole team or just the 2 managers?
Just the 2 managers.
Oh, okay, just the 2 managers. Yeah, you get another bog in there immediately.
Yep.
If you get invited to their team party where they have all 6 guys in there, you back the fuck out.
Oh
You
yeah,
get
when
another
you've
bog,
got a
and
full
then
team at
just
you.
invite a management.
Oh yeah, I'm getting out.
I misunderstood
Yeah.
the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought,
you,
yeah,
no,
when I thought you said there was
immediately-
2. Yeah,
you
okay.
leave.
All right.
$50 to shave your head, Roland.
No, he's not allowed.
It's too nice.
I'm answering that question. No,
Gotta go,
nice.
gotta go up. Gotta go up.
Have you? Yeah, way
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah.
You $1,000? $1,000? I'll shave it on live TV.
No, five figures.
Damn.
Jesus.
5
Yeah,
figures. Half of it
I'll
has to be
take it.
donated
You-
to the doghouse.
You see this right here?
Dude, the doghouse is
I
dying.
literally
Why
can
are we-
fly with this.
Because anything I make is going towards PVM.
Oh, okay, that's fair. All right, I'm in that.
That's right. Yeah, Wagon's also
all
part
the-
of this as well,
So
CJ.
all the donations and the
subs and everything?
and the subs and all that is going straight towards PVM until they get their donation and until they get their sub button on their
Yep.
channel.
Which we'll get soon.
Very soon. We've already started talking about this.
Well, I
We're
mean,
going to be
the
producing
biggest-
some
the
stuff
biggest
this
issue-
week.
The biggest issue is that bogs aren't around to freaking to promote us on the freaking site anymore. So,
You know what's funny? I can promote on the WJC channel. I still have that tool somehow.
half the hair donated or the money should clarify.
Half the hair donated or money? I think he's saying, you said half of something.
Oh, half the money.
Oh, half of it's
Half the
no,
money.
no. He said half of my hair will come to the doghouse.
Is that what it was?
Hair to some other.
But I may start a Doghouse Hall of Fame. So if he shaves his head, man, I'll put a lock in the Doghouse Hall of Fame.
There we go.
Interesting.
And
The one
Pushy,
thing that is
Pushy,
gonna
I
continue
I
as
own
far
my
as-
property.
The one thing that
Thank you,
is going
buddy.
to continue as far as the Doghouse goes is we are going to do 1 episode a season, and that's going to be the Doghouse Award Show. So that is
Mike, I never got my Glad Trash Bag Award, by the way, for that episode.
What do you mean? Do you think we have awards on the site? You think the boss
Yeah.
actually
Yes.
actually
I
worked
wish.
to do something like that?
True.
I never got my award.
You got an award.
I don't think I did, actually. I think somebody was worse
No,
than me that season.
I think somebody beat you.
Maverick. If Flint wins the memorial, he shaves it. You know, that's very tempting.
Anyway, thank you for clarifying that, CJ.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to stay for the rest of the show, you can. Otherwise,
I will happily stick around for the next 20 minutes or so.
Sure.
I've got more to add.
So,
Absolutely.
3 hours.
So we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about teams that do weekly fire sales.
Can I include Tucson in this?
You can include whoever you want to in there. The thing here, guys, again, over and over and over again, you guys bid on your guys. You play with your guys. Within the first 5 days, you put a list of 38 people on your trade block, and then you keep sending it, and then you keep sending it, and then you keep sending it. Are you kidding me here? There's no fucking way that people are going to want every single person that's on your roster. And let me give you guys a little bit of advice here. You want the easiest way for one of your TCs to be traded? I'm pretty sure they're buddies with somebody else, and somebody will come to you if they want that. Mm-hmm. But you adding your own trade block that's 15 paragraphs, part of a movie script, Steven Spielberg is here to produce it and promote it. It's uncalled for. There's no reason for you to do that.
CHL chat this season. Damn.
It's ridiculous, man.
We're on a 12-hour slowdown now, DJ.
You're on 12 hours?
12-hour slowdown.
Shorty gave us a half hour and yelled at us.
Yeah, no, we're on 12-hour slowdown.
Wow. And you guys have 60-something teams, 70-something teams.
76, right?
See, that I can understand, because with 76 teams, I think it is, I could see trade blocks getting lost very quickly if people are having conversation. But if your trade block is one of the last 10 messages and you're just reposting it, fucking give the kid a mute. We used to do that.
That's the thing.
Should have gotten like 12 mutes already this season.
He's on my AHLTC. You want me to yell at him?
Yeah.
Sure.
There you guys.
This is another case of where you at, Boggs. Instead of fucking everybody else over for something that's important like this, mute those people. You mute somebody from the chat for 24 hours, 48 hours, a week, I'm pretty sure they'll fucking stop.
Oh, dude, people used to get so fucking heated over it. I had 3 or 4 guys. No, like seriously,
that's the best way to do it.
4 guys last season from the chat for dropping hard R's and doing whatever they had to do. That was completely against the rules. The Discord was actually there's a lot more leniency because it's not viewable by everybody. The site cares about being viewed by everybody. EA people, sponsorship.
You drop a hard R in anything, dude.
Well, that's the thing is that there
is no leniency in the chat. Damn it. Fuck.
Yeah, Roland. Hey, you won your appeal. That's all that matters.
I know, man. I like to thank that special person out there watching.
Oh, God. Waxy's coming back in.
Oh, Waxy's back.
What?
I did. It's your boy.
You hear me yet?
Oh, I didn't realize you can add another person.
I think you could do 6.
I added myself.
I don't want to add people.
Say what's up to Glenn.
Waxy!
Oh, God.
I literally just said that. I didn't know that you can get 5.
Everybody.
That's good. That's all I was thinking about.
You even hear us?
How much I'm enjoying.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, how's the penis enlargement surgery going?
Oh, it's going great. Do you see all the meat that is now available and on the menu? Because that's what they're offering me.
So you literally went and got the surgery and you're already sharing it at the table, you nasty son of a bitch.
Dude, as soon as they enlarged it, I wanted to share it with the world. Yeah, they are lucky.
We're talking about teams that do weekly fire sales. What's your thoughts?
I would love to deal with a team that does a weekly fire sale. That would be Murder Boy, and he trades everything. Calgary is another one. They're good. At least you can trade with them, though. But I just wanted to stop in and say hello to all the good guys here at Doghouse. Yeah, I called him off faggots, Glad. Don't worry. All right, boys. Everyone have a good night.
Yeah,
I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my birthday. See you.
Hey, happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
Obviously, he was drinking, so let's not hold that against him.
Did you just say
yes?
I called them blind?
Yes. Let's not repeat that.
Did he say glad?
Yeah, don't say it.
No.
He said glad. He said yes, glad. I did call them all blank.
Yeah.
Did he? I thought he said.
Yeah.
I thought
I
he
swear
said
to God,
somebody
he said
else.
Glad,
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Wow,
He's glad.
Yeah, he's. We're not gonna stay on to that. Hey, the Sudbury talk, guys. Stop texting it in the chat there. We don't want to talk about Sudbury, guys.
I'll talk about Sudbury real quick. Hold on,
I heard Sudbury's management was
everybody
completely
got called up, man.
I'll talk about Sudbury real quick. Let's talk about Sudbury real quick. Why the hell don't you ever fucking answer me when I try to trade?
This is why it won't be CHL management. At least in the AHL, if guys aren't interested, they'll just say no thanks.
That's true.
I've not once gotten like I've probably asked ADOTS in the last 2 seasons for like 2 different trades, dude, and not once has he responded.
Oh man,
So,
look, I know what Sudbury wants to talk about. They want to talk about 3 guys getting called up. But you know what? If you really want to bitch and complain about 3 guys getting called up, go look at KC. They got 5. So anybody wants to get pissed off, KC does.
I'm sorry, but if I need a guy and I can't make a trade as an AHL GM, if I can't make a trade for a good player and I have a guy on my TC, I'm fucking calling him up. I don't care what team he plays for.
Yeah, but you're another one of those dick bags that just decide to go ahead and go ahead and fuck them. If you're gonna come to me, and I'm gonna call up so and so. And then I'm going to be like, okay, cool. But if you just pull him off,
we're going back to the first topic.
Yeah. That's what
I was going to say.
But if you just pull him off my team, I'm probably going to come through this, and I'm going to grab you and just.
XJet, what happened when I was going to call up one of his players? You'll get your answer.
Jet, you're in here. Send me the message. Look, Cape Breton just typed in too. They got 5 call-ups as well. Is the NHL and AHL that soft this season?
So the AHL is weird, where there's 2 really overpowered divisions, and then 2 divisions where any team outside of Laval can make the playoffs. So guys are going to consistently be calling people up. Texas fell apart at the seams this week. They were going to forfeit like 4 straight games until their NHL owner came in week 5. I was not one of those teams, unfortunately. I could have used that one.
Anyway,
there's a couple more too.
I'm not going to keep going back and forth, switching
Yeah, we are.
different topics, dude. Let's talk about FIFA.
You should take your top off while you do that.
How to FIFA attacks Birdnals.
I love it.
Listen, I tell you right now, man, FIFA, first your boundaries when it comes down to Birdnals. Birdnals is one of the coolest fucking guys on this site. He's laid back. He's extremely nice. He's been a good-ass dude for a long time. There is absolutely no reason for you to call him out in any way, shape, or form. If it came down to your AHL team choosing Birdnals over you, there's a reason. There's a reason. It's whether it's your party presence, play, you pick one.
Corey, you care to weigh in?
I've heard a lot about this guy lately. From doing the harassing thing, then to there was another post up where he said a bunch of stuff and somebody like had him accountable for it. And me being a goalie, one of the things said he was the best goalie in the CHL. And me being a goalie, I had to go and look up some stats. And,
oh boy, here we go.
Not even close.
That's good.
Let's not. I think you had like an 84, and I'm like, you can't be. You're not even average if you're at 84, man. Like you. And then to top it off, you're a dickhead to other people. You can't be bad and a bad person. It's not a good combination.
You can. You just get ripped apart for it.
Yeah. It's such a bad look.
It is.
It's such a bad look.
All right, let's go to the doghouse.
Who wants
Rolling.
Because who's in the doghouse? Who's in the doghouse this week? Every single one of you idiotic upper league guys who have literally decimated the entire league down here. Understand it's what it's for. That's what it's meant to be. Don't be a dick bag. Don't take fucking 10 people at one time just because you don't know how to build your own team. Fucking ass clowns.
All right, Corey.
That How to FIFA guy. It's again, it's a bad look. I get confidence that sometimes if you want to be a good goalie, sure. I mean, you've got to actually play well. But I can look past that. Fine. You know, people need confidence. You need to have some type of feeling to play well. But when you start going after other people, man, you lose all respect from them. It's bad. You're not even worth talking to at that point.
CJ, who's in the doghouse?
Doghouse for me is going to be Lonzo. Lonzo last season asked me how he would get ownership this season. Yeah.
He axed? Like he took an axe to you?
That's the axe.
Paul Bunyan
That's a dad joke, man. You can't do that.
Yeah. Well, but he is a dad. His kid's
That's true. That's true. That's why it hurts. It's like,
Yeah, I know. No, but Lonzo last season was begging me, I'm going to be a great owner, this, that, and the other. This, the first 2 weeks of the season, he goes like 6-0, swings his dick in the shout box consistently. Then he quits after one bad week. Come on, dude. Get your head out of your ass. Grow up. Get over it.
I'm going to put a group of people in the doghouse. I'm going to go with managers who get pissed off when you say no to trades.
You got a lot of that, didn't you, Mike?
Dude, you know how many people have come after Undershot this season?
5.
He's a good player.
It's freaking ridiculous. No, more than 5.
I know. I know. I'm just like
5. And that's just the messages I've gotten in the last 2 days.
It's always funny when somebody says, "Do you know how many such and such happen?" And me being a dick, I know I'm not going to get the answer, and I'm like 15,000, and they're like, "Wait, what?"
No. That's close.
And then they get pissed off when you say no. Like, and I'm one of those people. I'll go, everybody has a price. Everybody has a price.
What are you, the $1 million man now?
Yeah, they do.
However, it better be good, or I'm not doing it.
We all have a price. You know that. I know from experience.
Even Corey had a price.
I had a price.
So now you're Mike DiBiase?
Yeah.
Well, no, but my thing is that nobody on my team.
Everyone has a price. I'm the $1 million man.
But there are certain guys that you're going to have to heavily overpay because I value them more than others.
Mm-hmm.
That's just being a good owner. If I'm an AHL team and I get 2 top AHL forwards for my goalie that I can probably replace, I'm going to take those 2 top forwards all day long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just being intelligent.
All right.
It's fun being overpriced.
So let's cut into a mail time.
Man.
This goes out to all the women in the world, especially her. Just listen to what I'm saying and do it and take a chance. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put yours and then I put mine. And we can dip down low and roll. Just get on the floor like I said before. Y'all remember that down low. Just put a little dip with it. Now roll those hips with it. Pop it, push it, rock it, roll it. Can't control it. I come hold it. It's all in fun, so take a chance. Just get on the floor and do that dance, shot. Roll those hips, drop down, double up on those dips. Freak nasty, wanna see, can y'all do it right? I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I put my hand up on your hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. You put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time. The mail's here.
That's literally what I said.
They're still sitting here arguing about the call-up bug. I don't understand.
Oh, it sucks. Do you guys realize that there was 37 call-ups today?
Jesus Christ!
37.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's real. I went through it.
The Huskies 12-man trade that happened today.
Holy fuck.
Wait, that's a real thing?
Yeah, there was a 12-person trade today.
We just switched teams? What the fuck?
There's your fire sale. There's your fire sale right there, buddy. Kitchener and the Huskies.
Let's go take
that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Crap.
was a
Perkins
4 for 7 or 4 for 6.
Imoro, Gage, Deacon Bacon are sent to Kitchener
I like
for
Deacon.
a Jinja Ninja, Thudson, Valevsky, Casual, Purple Rain, C. Foster, Stopper, and Hut.
Who got
I'm
the
aware that
veto
Hut
of
may
that?
be called up in a week or so. No comp on him. If anyone on Kitchener gets called up in 2 weeks, equal value on that player to be awarded to the Huskies.
Yeah, comp is always equal value, by the way.
Jeez.
Just
Yeah, but
whoever
2
wrote that
weeks
is a winner.
2 weeks is ridiculous, though. Come on, man.
No,
That's how, okay.
that's what they agreed to.
I guess what? I tell you what, from now on, all my trades are going to include if they get called up throughout the entire season, I want compensation. Or I'm not
That's your
trading.
choice.
Yeah.
Wording is
They agree
everything
with it.
in a trade, literally. So whoever wrote that was intelligent for saying, "Hey, I'm not getting 1 week; I'm getting 2 weeks because that puts you past the trade deadline."
How about this one? If Dinksy gets called up, Cape Breton Screaming Eagles obtain compensation of 1 CC player of his choice. That's the entire season.
No, it's
Wow.
not because they didn't say through the end
Yeah,
of the season.
I don't think it
And
was
that
through
means
the end.
compensation only qualifies for 1 week.
There's your gray
Wording
area right
is
there.
everything. No,
Yeah,
that's
there's
not a
your
gray area.
Well, you're not gonna get it.
It says if Dinksy gets called up. It doesn't give a timeline.
But it doesn't matter.
There is no compensation rule for a call up. There is no compensation for a call up. I could trade you somebody right now. If he gets called up as soon as the trade goes through, there's no compensation for a call up. There's only a compensation for a removal. That is the rule. CJ, come on, man. You know this.
Who's
you're right. Yeah, no,
who's
you're right.
Liam Black at 18? That's a great.
Snipe.
Who?
Snipe Show.
That's actually a great question there. How about the Wheat Kings trading players that are getting called up and not telling the other team?
Oh, that's fucked up.
I
That's
had
already
one.
fucked up, but it's being smart.
I
All of a
had
sudden,
one reversed.
This
Yeah,
guy
but
who's
that's-
having a very but again, that's playing the system properly. If you
That's
know
knowing that you're fucking another team.
but that's why you ask for no comp. If a guy asks for a no comp deal, there's likely a reason. Listen, I was a bog. I'm a manager. I've been a manager in the past. If I'm asking for a no comp deal, there's likely some sort of a reason. That's just
I don't know,
but
man.
it's a
Like,
thing. Look, at the end of the day, most of the times you have to be a little bit of a scumbag to win, and that's the truth of the matter.
it's not.
I hate
Okay, so
people.
this is where my mindset
Guys, real quick.
completely.
You guys take over mail time real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Here's
so
go
about that
ahead.
last thing. This is my mindset on this league completely, and it's way different than everyone else's mindset. It's not worth being a dick to win in this league. There's no reward. There's no. It's a league for fun. So trying to be a dickbag and trying to get over people over winning for, in a sense, just bragging rights. That's really it. It's
No, of course it is.
It's not worth it to me to fuck
Well,
somebody
Right,
else
and
over.
I'm not
just for-
saying that I would do that personally,
Yes.
but at the end of the day, it's a legitimate thing that people do.
I get that it's a legitimate thing that people do. I'm just saying, on my side, it's you're an asshole if you do that.
What's up,
That's,
dude?
that's just what it is to me. It's just if you do that on purpose, knowing you're gonna screw somebody else, nah. I don't want anything to do with you.
Talk about how the goalie is broken and unrealistic. That's EA. EA sucks. We all know EA sucks.
EA sucks. EA will mess you up, but if you're a bad goalie, it's majority you than it's EA.
For sure.
If you're a bad goalie, it's majority you. Because again, I get crapped on all the time from EA, especially with these fucking redirects. Oh my god, I hate them. But EA will mess you up, and EA can dictate games. I saw that when I played Waxy the other day. EA screwed him. But the majority of the time, it's you. It just comes down to you as a goalie.
I'm not saying you can't prevent it in some ways, but there are other times where you just aren't going to pick up an animation, and that's the unfortunate thing about goalie is that
Yes.
if you're anticipating a mid-glove shot and your guy puts it and hits the bottom of his glove and goes in, there's literally nothing you can do.
Yes.
The one
Especially
thing
some
I
of these
would-
redirects, the guy, you'll be in butterfly, and the guy redirects it, and the guy sticks his leg way out for no reason. He goes
Yeah,
five
and then it goes 5-hole.
It's like, why? I hate that. I hate that with a
I've seen
passion,
that.
but it's like,
My team got butchered by redirections for the first
Yes.
4 weeks of the season.
Redirections are the
because-
best way to score in this game.
Well, yes, they are, but also then your center has to bump the guy.
Yes.
If your center literally just taps the stick twice, then the guy's
Yes.
not going to get a deflection.
Which, again, it doesn't do it always, because I've seen times where the guy will reach out with his stick
of course,
and tip it, and I'm like, holy
but
crap.
a large majority
Yes,
of the
the
time.
large majority, though, they are ways to kind of
There's
stop
also
it.
you can use the A to lift stick. Listen,
Sitting
I
in the
could go
back
all
of the
day
net
about
and making animation saves are very unrealistic. That's just being a bad shot.
Maverick wants to know who you guys' early prediction presidents are.
presidents.
Yeah,
Dude, it's gonna be his team, which is why he's asking the question.
Can we pick any team?
They literally just lost 5 people to call-ups. So
Can we pick any
that's a-
team?
It doesn't matter. They're
Entire
playing in a
line.
league. They're playing in a league that didn't have one player in it.
Yeah, but if you're going to go that route, myself, I only play 2 teams a week that's actually really worth a shit. And if I continue going the way we're going, there's a good chance that we're going to end up being, well, Mike, sometimes you are that one person, but most of the time it's either Hamilton or Barry. Yeah. But see, for somebody like me who's in and I will tell you, an absolutely weak division right now. Some teams are starting to improve, but they've given us such a head start in our division that it's obvious right now that we're going to come out in the 1 or 2 spot by the end of the I mean, we have a 13-point lead in our division, and we have a 9-point lead in our conference right now with what 3 weeks left. We'd have to have some kind of crazy fall when we only play Hamilton, Barry once every 2 weeks, and then we only play North Bay and that's it, really. I mean, there's 3 teams that really technically should beat us every fucking time. Mike, I love you to death. We have great games. God dang it.
I'm just
but,
scratching my eyes.
yeah, sure you are. but seriously though, the teams like me there, it's hard. We're in a really weak ass division. So I do say that my team has a chance at it as well, because I literally play 7 games a week where it's a good chance of us getting 14 points every week.
Yeah, well, see, I don't know a tremendous amount about the CHL. I have to run.
Yeah,
later, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Maverick, it's bad shooting. It's not so much the goal.
Anyway, let's.
You did, Snipe. You gave me good games.
Let's just go. So that's all the time we have for this episode of the LG Doghouse. From myself, Roland J, CJ, who just left, Waxy Bono, who's on location at his birthday party, Pogor hosts penile surgery, and Corey Koshiomi, LG. Oh crap! Where's my vape?
Really? The one time I'm on here, you mess it up?
Here we go. LG.
Come on, Jesus. I don't smoke.
Maverick, I am keeping a close eye on you, buddy.
Oh, man.
Good night, boys. Yeah, man.
Mike, I can't wait to play this. It's gonna happen.
Very soon.
You better play. You better put yourself in that game, Mike. If we ever play, you better put yourself in that game. Yes.
My bad. You were saying something, and I had already held the button down.
No, I just want to play against you guys now. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, you need to come back then. You need to come back. We should have beat your ass that last time we played you, goddammit.
Yeah,
Jesus fuck. That's been killing us, man.
You had that shot in the middle.